Not those of Vic Canellis Media Group, its parent, affiliates, or stations. VCMG Live is not responsible for any content, information, or opinions expressed. User bears full responsibility for their reliance on such content, information, or opinions.
Amp2.tv presents You and Your Doctor, teaching you to live a longer and healthier life. Proudly sponsored by All County Healthcare, where people are the heart of our business. All County Healthcare is a Medicare certified agency where one call will service all your home care health needs. For more information, call 954-717-7027 or visit our website, allcountyhealthcare.com. Now, let's get informed to living a longer and healthier life. Here is your host for today's show.
Welcome back to another episode of You and Your Doctor, sponsored by All County Healthcare. We are a certified home health care agency servicing Palm Beach County, Broward, and Miami-Dade. Our phone number is 954-717-7027. I am your host, Louise Gomez. Welcome to the show. I am excited to welcome back today Dr. JZurawin, and he is at LifeGate Acupuncture. I'm going to give you his phone number. It's 561-921-5433. And the website is www.lifegateacupuncture.com. And you can reach him at jeff@lifegateacupuncture.com. And they're right here in Boca. The address is 190 Northwest Spanish River Boulevard, Suite 202, Boca Raton, Florida, 33431. Thank you for coming back to the show, Dr. Zurawin.
Well, thank you so much for having me back.
We appreciate it.
I'm excited to be here again.
Yes. You know, before that, I actually want to give a call-in number. If anybody has seen Dr. Zurawin, last time he was on a month ago or so, and you're interested, please call in. We are accepting phone calls. You can dial 888-994-4995 Studio A. And please call in if you have any questions. We had such an amazing conversation last time. I know you are reputed to be Boca's most trusted and natural fertility and women's health expert. So tell us a little bit more about what you do and maybe why you got into what you do.
Oh, great. Thank you so much for asking. Yes, so I got into Chinese medicine in a very roundabout sort of way. Just through personal adversity on a fertility journey with my wife, Yumiko, who was on the show last time. She's busy tonight, but yeah, she's busy momming, exactly. But yeah, over 20 years ago, we had a really hard time getting pregnant, and over the span of about 6 years, we tried the conventional approach with Western medicine, and the treatment options were getting progressively more invasive, and she suffered some really dangerous, life-threatening complications from the fertility drugs. And so in the end, the specialists, they just threw their hands up. They gave her the diagnosis of unexplained infertility, but they told us that we would never be able to get pregnant unless we move forward with IVF. And
yeah, it's a little intimidating.
Yeah, that was out of the question. We couldn't take the chance because of what happened prior. Yeah, we didn't want to risk it. So, so in our darkest days, we started going to a support group, and that's when hope appeared in the form of Chinese medicine and acupuncture. And after only 6 months of treatment, she got pregnant, and without any other intervention whatsoever, and had a nice, healthy pregnancy. And then our beautiful son was born, and he's going to be graduating from high school.
What a testimonial. Oh my God, I'm like tearing up because I, as a female, as a mom, I cannot even imagine ever hearing those words. I think those would be the worst words I ever would have heard.
Yeah. So
you're giving hope to people and talk about turning your pain into your purpose. I mean, that's exactly what you did. You were just as, I can't even explain. It's just a beautiful thing. I'm sorry you had to go through that hardship, but look at now how many people that you're actually helping.
Yeah. Sometimes our greatest suffering can turn out to be our greatest blessing. And like you said, I really found my purpose. I've always I've always been a problem solver, you know, even when I was a little kid. I just like fixing things, and so any career that I've had along the way has been in some type of solution provider. And yes, and so now our mission is to really help couples that are overcoming you know, infertility using our natural methods. That's really important to us.
So if anybody's listening, if you have a friend or if you know of anybody who's suffering from this, you could call in now, 888-994-4995, Studio A, and I'm going to give your phone number out at the office, 561-921-5433. I imagine you've had a lot of, changed a lot of lives.
Yes. Yeah, my goal was to just help one couple, but you know, I've been in practice since 2010, and you know, I've helped countless couples since then, and it's really rewarding work. You know, there's many ups and downs in the fertility journey, so it can be an emotional ride, but you know, but we're really committed to helping our patients and seeing them not only through to conception and getting pregnant, but all the way through their pregnancy. And even into labor and delivery, yeah. So we're on a journey together for quite some time.
That's a good point. I didn't even realize that. Yeah. So you're actually, you don't just say goodbye. You're there with them throughout the journey. Yeah, we support
the whole journey because you know the first step is getting pregnant,
right?
And then after that, staying pregnant and having a nice, healthy pregnancy. And when we utilize you know traditional Chinese medicine to support the pregnancy, it really lessens the occurrence of some issues that could develop along the way during different trimesters, like you know things like preeclampsia or gestational diabetes, you know even you know back pain, headaches, those type of things.
True, makes sense. Why wouldn't you be there to help the moms with all that we go through during the pregnancy? Of course, makes sense. Call in, everybody, 888-994-4995, Studio A. If you're not near a phone today, you can call to doctor's office, 561-921-5433. I wanted to know if we could talk a little bit about this distinction between Eastern and Western medicine, because I would like to be educated and share that with the world.
Yeah, I'm really glad that you asked that question. You know, growing up here in the United States, you know, I've been indoctrinated from a young age to believe in our medical system, but I remember I was back in college. I started to question things because I wasn't feeling well, and I went to the student clinic, and I remember like even before I filled out any forms or they asked me any questions, immediately the receptionist or the desk nurse, whoever, put a prescription slips already into the chart. Like they're already, you know, planning to prescribe medication, and that really left an impression on me that something was amiss. Like, why do I need some prescription when you don't even know what's wrong with me? It's so then, you know, I never really got sick too much, so I didn't really have to see many doctors. Actually, now that I think about it, when I was a little kid, I saw a lot of doctors, and I think that also left me with a bad taste in my mouth. You know, because when you're a child and you're having to see doctors a lot, and they didn't fix me. My mom fixed me, so I had this very rare kind of disorder where I was having microscopic bleeding in my urine called hematuria, and also there were like microscopic pieces of kidney, and I was like maybe, I don't know, 8 or 9 years old.
Scary. That's scary for a young child.
Yeah, I was always going down to Miami Children's Hospital getting blood drawn, and they couldn't figure out what was wrong with me.
Interesting.
And so my mom, and this is way before the internet, okay? My mom would do research. She would go to the library. I don't know, she came across this book that was written by a gentleman who worked at the Coca-Cola factory who had the same condition that I did. And it turned out it was from drinking Coca-Cola. And so I was addicted to Coca-Cola, obviously, as a little kid, and I probably put up a fit, but my mom's like, well, let's switch to this other soda that they have. It's called Sprite. It doesn't have any of the color and things like that. So I agreed. I wish she put me on water instead, but that's another story for another day. But anyway, after a few months, I went back for my checkups, and the condition had completely cleared up.
Wow.
Yeah, so that, I guess that was like the first instance that Western medicine had let me down. Because, you know, I think it's very myopic in their approach to just focusing only on symptoms, and then the approach to dealing with that is masking the symptoms. Because when you look at the medications that we have on the market, they're blockers or inhibitors or suppressants.
Right.
That's the nature of those type of medications. So they're doing something in our body to block natural processes that are happening. And so with Chinese medicine, we're signs and symptoms are important, but we're actually looking for the root cause, and what is the relationship between these seemingly disconnected, you know, symptoms or signs that somebody's having, and coming up with a pattern. So we use these basic principles of Chinese medicine with inquiry. We check the pulse, we look at the tongue, we see what's going on with the interplay between the organs inside of the body, and everybody has a unique pattern. I could have, 10 people, whether it's infertility or diabetes or some autoimmune, if they have like Hashimoto's or something like that, and they're all going to have a unique pattern and a unique presentation for their condition. So we don't see a condition in front of us, we see a human being. A human being that's suffering, and a human being that has their own unique manifestation of a condition. And we can explain that by using these basic principles of Chinese medicine to determine what is this imbalance, where is the root cause of it coming from. And then we apply our prescriptions, which are using specialized points on the body that are along what are called these meridian or these pathways, these energetic pathways. But these energetic pathways, they correspond to the same terrain that our central nervous system and our cardiovascular system. It's all the same terrain. So we can have a direct effect on that by utilizing these special points that have been practiced for thousands of years, mind you.
Yes.
And they're time-tested, right, and proven. And
well,
then
you're going to have to do a demo when we come back from the commercials so people can see how
yes, I would love that.
The simplicity of it,
yes.
I would say.
Yes,
right?
yeah, and to take the stigma away and also the fear, because the needles, they're very, very thin. So when we have somebody that is a willing volunteer,
absolutely,
that can receive the demo, and let's affect some change in the body, like immediately.
I believe in this personal story. After giving birth to my youngest son, bladder challenges, and let me tell you, I had acupuncture done, a couple of treatments, and life-changing. It's really good. So I believe in it. I love to share. I'm a supporter. I love to help people, and so my goal with the show is to educate people and let them know, like, be open, right?
Yeah.
Try something different. Be open to at least, seeing, oh, maybe that could be something that would be able to, assist me, right?
Exactly. Sometimes, people have mysterious symptoms and they can't find, what is the problem. Sometimes I think it's psychosomatic even sometimes.
We got a commercial break, so after the commercial break, we'll be right back, everybody. We'll do that demo, so make sure you come back and watch.
All County Healthcare has exciting news for any and all patients with COPD or other respiratory ailments. Listen to what renowned pulmonologist Dr. Keith Robinson has to say.
Hello, I'm Dr. Keith Robinson, board-certified pulmonologist, medical director at Fusion Health Pulmonary Rehabilitation, and a board member with the American Lung Association of South Florida. We have exciting news for patients with COPD. We now offer IPV therapy at home, which has been demonstrated to improve airway clearance, decrease hospitalization, and improve quality of life of patients with COPD. Please call All County Healthcare for more information about this FDA-approved therapy.
For further information, call All County Healthcare now at 954-717-7027. That is 954-717-7027. Or visit our website at allcountyhealthcare.com. You can also find us on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, and LinkedIn. Remember, All County Healthcare always puts the patient's needs first. You are listening to You and Your Doctor, Living Longer and Healthier, an informative show that helps you find answers to questions you always wanted to ask but did not have that somebody that could make a difference in your life. Call into the show if you have a question at 888-565-1470, and we will put you on the air to inform all our listeners. Now, back to our show.
Welcome back to the show. We have Dr. Jeff Zurawin. I'll give you the number again, 561-921-5433, www.lifegateacupuncture.com. And right here in Boca, 190 Northwest Spanish River Boulevard, Suite 202, Boca Raton, Florida, 33431. So, Dr. Zurawin, I trust you, and I'm so open to doing a demo. I want to share with people how the simplicity of it.
Yes.
Maybe you can take it away.
Oh yeah, fantastic. Yeah, and I'm not just an expert at treating women's health and reproductive medicine. I'm really good at treating pain and all other types of internal conditions, digestive problems and things like that, stress, anxiety, depression. So tell me a little bit what's going on with you today, and then we can do a demo. You have any back pain or anything like that?
I do have once in a while back pain. That is the challenge. Overall wellness, I guess, would be good, or anything for like just relaxation based, just I don't know how you would say, like just
like an overall well-being.
Overall well-being. Thank you.
Okay.
Like an overall well-being.
Fantastic.
Would be good, and then
I always have my tools with me.
Thank you. Okay.
All right. Yeah. So we'll do 2 points today. One for your lower back, and then we'll do something to really, take you into a more blissful state.
That sounds. Who wouldn't want that? Right?
Yes. And you've had acupuncture before.
I have had it before.
And that's fantastic to know that, because after pregnancy, after delivery, a lot of women do experience incontinence in the beginning, especially.
Yes.
So the fact that you were able to recover so quickly with the help of just a little needle is pretty fantastic.
So how do you know where to put the needle? I guess this correlates with meridians, you said?
Yeah.
Okay.
With meridians, and also because of the pathway of the meridians, it's like a map of the body, and also there are like little switches. So when it comes to treating pain, think of like the light above us on the ceiling as that's the pain. And where's the switch for that pain? It's somewhere else, right? It's somewhere on the wall. So so we look for these type of special areas of the body that have an effect. Each point of the body has a special function, and we study thousands of hours, and we treat a lot of patients before they let us loose from acupuncture school.
I'm sure.
And because there are other practitioners that practice something that's similar to acupuncture, but it's not quite acupuncture. It's called dry needling. Some PTs and chiropractors practice it. They only maybe take like a weekend course.
Yeah, I wouldn't
and
recommend
that's about
that.
it. But they don't know about the terrain. They don't know about the meridians.
Yeah.
So
if I can just say, I don't know if this is the placebo effect, but I'm feeling relaxed.
Yes, this is a really good mover for overall circulation of the body as well.
I'm feeling relaxed. So whatever you did, I will say it works, and you don't feel any pain there.
Yeah, can you see that, by the way?
No, barely, barely.
Yeah, that's really tiny.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna put one more in your ear.
Okay.
And this is a really good one. Also, this one is a really good calming point.
Oh.
So it's called Shen Men, and it translates to spirit gate. Yeah, and the spirit is like, it's like our consciousness, it's our mind. Spirit in Chinese medicine is equivalent to the mind. And so this is a really good like mind calming point. You know, we live in modern society, and so we're always, you know, go, go, go. You know, the alarm clock goes off in the morning. It's already we're in fight or flight from the moment we wake up. So this point is just a really great way to take us out of that fight or flight and put us into that feeling.
I'm feeling it already. This is no joke. Is there a distinction between left and right side, or is like as a practitioner, do you say I'm going to do the left or the right, or?
Well, typically when you come into the office, I'm going to do an overall balancing treatment, and everything in Chinese medicine is, you know, the symbol, the yin and yang symbol. It has a lot of meaning. It's not just this static symbol.
Correct.
And so there are yin points and there are yang points, and so when I do a treatment, it's an overall balancing of both the yin and the yang. So I use points on yang meridians and points on yin meridians to create an overall balance. And then we're creating structure in the pathways to really improve the function of the organs. Because when the organs are functioning at their optimal performance, then our body can do amazing things. A lot of healing, you know, can happen, and even with performance itself, like athletes, you know, the Chinese Olympic team, you know, they do acupuncture all the time.
I'm sure.
You know, it helps to enhance performance as well for athletes.
So that's a good point. So even if someone's like, well, I'm feeling good, I don't think I need that. Enhancement.
Yes, and prevention.
And prevention.
Yeah.
So it's another really good point. It's not only for people who are like, okay, I'm not feeling well, I'm going to go see that. No, let's prevent it, right?
Yeah.
We're all about prevention.
I mean, people take their cars in for regular maintenance and tune-ups, right? Because what happens if you don't? The car is going to break down. Well, you can get a new transmission or a new part for your car. It's not as easy with the human body. We only get one of these, and replacement parts are very hard to come by. So anything we can do to keep our body healthy and functioning really, really well. I think people need to be more proactive. I
agree with you, and I'm so happy you came to the show, because a lot of our listeners and viewers, they may be on, you know, high blood pressure meds or cholesterol meds, and maybe wanting to, you know, find out other options. We do have a caller, actually. Let's take that call.
How about that?
Okay, so well, that's good. We have a caller, so I'm sure you can answer some questions.
Oh, great. I'm excited.
Hi, how are you?
Hi. Who's on the line?
Good. So I'm calling because, can you hear me well? I feel like I echo.
Yes, what's your name?
Hi, my name is Rose. How are you, Dr. Jeff?
I'm good, thank you, Rose. How are you today?
Great.
So you have a question?
Yes, I have a question. My question is how long it takes to acupuncture to show the effects in the body?
That's a really, really great question. Things are happening instantaneously. You know, as soon as the needle goes into the point, it's the acupuncture point really is not a point. It's an opening. It's a gateway. And and think of the acupuncture needle as like a key. It's a key that's unlocking our body's innate healing potential. So as soon as the needle goes in, the body is already responding immediately. Now, to feel the effects of acupuncture, sometimes it's immediate.
Oh, I felt it immediately. Yeah.
Like with pain, we can get rid of pain. We can really get that sense of relaxation very quickly. But you know, certain things like metabolic disorders or hormonal problems or chronic conditions, they tend to take a lot more time to heal. But they do respond pretty quickly. Most people see in chronic conditions the effects within, let's say, 10 treatments. It's not going to cure them, but it will take a series of treatments to really get the condition under control. That's one of also the main differentiators between Western medicine and Eastern medicine is that we work gently with the body. We're not trying to force the body to do something it's not ready to do.
Right. Dr. Zurawin, we have 1 minute left. So,
wow.
I know, time flies. So,
thank you for your question.
Thank you so much, Rose. We appreciate you. Is there anything you want to address?
Def.
Thank you. Take care. We have 1 minute left. Anything you want to address before we complete the show?
Yeah, just for simple things that you could do for your health even today. It's just following the natural rhythms, moving your body daily, drinking plenty of water, making sure you're getting great sleep, and eating nutritious whole foods. If you just do those simple things, you eliminate processed and refined foods and sugars, you're going to start feeling a lot better right away. And if you need additional help, we're here to support you.
Thank you so much. Make sure you call Dr. Zurawin, everybody. We'll see you next week. Thank you for tuning in. Take
Thank you.
care.
Thank you for letting us share with you